I don't know who you are, but if you're looking for the LanDan Show, then you've found the right place. If you're not looking for it, I will find you, and I will kill you. That is my promise. That is why I've developed these skills. Now, listen to the LanDan Show.
Welcome to the LanDan Show. It feels great to be back here, Dan.
So good.
It's been a while. We took.
Are we on?
You're a little light.
Are we live?
We're live.
Are we fucking live here?
We're doing it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
So we took last week off in honor of Memorial Day. I hope you guys had a good week.
I hope they made it through the week without us.
I hope so. But our numbers have been climbing though, even without a new episode last time. So
I have seen that.
We appreciate that, guys. Keep listening to the LanDan Show. Find us on Facebook under the LanDan Show, LanDan Show. Also on Twitter. You can find us on Stitcher, iTunes, all that good stuff. So check us out. Join us on Facebook and join us here every Monday, or usually every Monday anyway. And so we're back is the point.
That's the point.
It's the point. And we got a little guest in here. Shek, welcome to the show.
Hey.
We've had him on a couple times, but
We
it's
have.
good to have him back.
Welcome back, Shek.
Thanks for having me.
He usually
How's it-
talks fitness with us, actually, so I think we're going to switch it up today.
My forte.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to talk about something different. We're going to throw you off.
Just to throw me a curveball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of curveballs, did you see that baseball game last night?
Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
Didn't.
Crazy.
No, I don't watch sports.
I don't either. I didn't.
Is baseball in season right now?
I'm
I
out of
think
the loop.
summer. You
I
go to
did see
baseball in
Trouble
summer.
with the Curve
That was a good
not
movie.
too long ago with Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood.
Yep.
I
Did you
didn't-
see that, Shek?
I did not. No.
As a sports enthusiast, I think you should see that.
He doesn't
film.
really watch movies, though.
No, I do.
Jack hates movies.
No, I love movies. In fact, we were wanting to watch a movie the other night, and Perry was like, "Fuck no, we're not watching a movie."
We?
Yeah,
We?
there were several.
What did you
of
want
us.
to see?
I didn't care.
Just something.
Something. Gran Torino was good. I know
Gran Torino was
Clint
good.
Eastwood from that.
Get off my lawn!
Yes.
I can identify a lot with that character.
Yeah, just
Do you
hating
have lots of
minorities
Asians
and
on your
stuff
lawn?
like that.
You have Asians on your lawn.
I watched Fast 5 today, speaking of car movies.
I saw that last
Not the new
night.
one, Fast 5.
Oh, I saw Fast 6 last night.
I need to see Fast 6 still.
Is that what it's called?
I can't remember what it's called,
It's
honestly.
the 6th installment, though.
It is.
Whatever it's called.
And I do love Dom. Paul Walker kills me. I don't know how. I think his eyes alone got him a job. I'm with you, Dom. All right. I live my life a quarter mile at a time. And then, have you ever noticed Vin Diesel sort of has a jaw tilt? Like he'll look up, he'll keep a firm upper lip, and then just sort of move his jaw when he looks at people.
All I've
Haven't
noticed
noticed
about
that.
I've noticed about him, he hasn't aged well. I mean,
Vin Diesel? Yes, he has.
he's looking
No.
like a little
No.
Stallone-y.
Stallone looks great. Stallone is like 70 years old. What are you talking
They're
about?
both roid like
And
crazy.
still in great. No, Vin Diesel does not roid. And Stallone uses human growth hormone, and the jury's
Oh,
still
okay.
out as to whether or not that's steroids or not. What is your opinion on that?
I don't know. No comment.
No comment?
I don't
Why
know.
not?
I don't know enough about
You
it.
don't know what human
What
growth
no
hormone
say?
is? So Stallone was caught in Brazil or somewhere like that, like a couple years ago, with like thousands of vials of human growth hormone,
Okay.
and I think was able
This
to
is
get
true.
away.
This
is true. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, hey, I just brought it here for my workout. I don't know what the big deal is. I don't know what he said, but I think he got away with it. But they were seriously like a mass quantity of vials of human growth hormone.
HGH.
Yeah.
Just going hard.
It might have been Australia. I can't remember. But anyway,
What did you say
I think
before,
he got
Brazil?
away with it. Yeah, Brazil, Australia.
Somewhere south.
They both speak the same language. I can't understand them. Brazilians, brought to you by the LanDan Show. Fala meha. Hey, this is to all our
What?
Brazilian listeners. Fala.
What does that mean?
It's like it's sort of like chooch. It's like, and by the way, chooch actually you'd say legal in Brazilian Portuguese,
I didn't know that was a word.
but that's neither here nor there. But Fast Five is cool.
It's a pretty good movie.
What
They're all good.
what have you been watching lately, Dan? You go to movies a lot.
I saw, well, like I said, I saw Fast 5 last night.
Fast Six.
Fast 6.
Okay.
I saw
Oblivion.
After Earth.
I did too.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was really good.
What's the kid's name?
Jaden.
Jaden. He's not a very good actor.
Those accents were horrible.
I don't know why
What
they
was
even,
up
why
with
did
that?
they try the British thing.
Was it even British? I don't know.
I don't know what it was.
I will tell you though, for real, the first time I heard a black guy doing a British accent, I thought it was a joke. Like when I was
There's
a
lot of
kid,
them there.
when I was a kid and I heard a black guy doing an English accent, I was like, "What is this?"
Do you remember?
Like I'd never heard
who
that
was this
before,
black guy doing
honestly.
the English accent? You remember who it was?
When I was a kid?
Yeah.
No, I don't even know. But
Oh.
I'd never heard that before.
Don Cheadle.
I heard
as
it
a
one
kid.
time from
Yeah, maybe.
our mutual friend Mike Huggins.
Uh-huh.
Remember him? His
Yeah.
mom dated a British black guy,
Oh, really?
and it tripped me out the first time I met him. I shook his hand, and I was like, and he was like, "Hello there." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I remember thinking, I honestly had no idea. I didn't know they had British accents at the time.
It's shocking too. There are increasingly like a lot of British Indians. Yeah, Middle
British,
East,
British, Middle East.
dot or feather. We have to
Dot.
be politically correct
red
here.
dot or feather, red dot.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of them.
I did not
You'll
know that.
expect them to sound like Apu from The Simpsons, and they're just hello.
Or is there such
They're
thing
just
as?
very well spoken.
Is there such thing
English
as?
accent?
Yeah, they just sound
Well,
proper.
India was ruled by Britain for
Right,
centuries.
with the tea, exploiting them for tea and whatnot.
Is there such thing as red dot feather Indians?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know.
We should find
No,
one and get him
I
on
don't
the
think
show.
so.
I don't think. No.
Well, I
It's
mean, I'm
just
sure
a
there's
myth.
got to
They're
be
like
some.
unicorns.
I'm sure there are some.
Yeah.
See, the British.
Probably not in India, but I'm sure people of both descents have met up somewhere in an unfortunate genetic lottery and met up. Just kidding.
They established
No,
the
they
rail
both-
system in India.
Yeah, we have casinos and the rail, so I'm not dogging them. I'm not. It's nothing bad.
No.
I went to a casino, by the way. I just went to Wendover the other day.
How was it?
It was a lot of fun, actually. It was Lex's birthday. Okay, I have a bunch of stories, actually.
Happy birthday, Lex. Sorry, I forgot.
Hey, there you go. Okay, the reason he said sorry I forgot. So I was talking to Dan earlier,
Okay.
and Lex was right there, and she's like, "Thanks for saying happy birthday to me." Her birthday was on the 1st,
Okay.
and he did not say happy birthday.
On the phone, I did.
Right, but I'm talking about June
Oh, that-
1st. But anyway,
On
How-
the day of, Dan forgot.
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
why?
Well, he
why-
didn't know.
I didn't know,
Hmm.
and I don't peruse Facebook. You don't. That's the thing. You don't see it on your phone. If you only use Facebook mobily, you never see whose birthday it is on your phone.
Yeah. But anyway, so it was really funny. She made a funny video of people who did not wish her a happy birthday. Like she went down her friends list on Facebook.
And deleted them all.
No. And she called them out on Facebook, made a video. I recorded it. And you see them. It's 8 minutes of her like talking about people like, AJ, what else do you have to do? Why couldn't you say happy birthday? Like very funny, tongue in cheek. You know, she's not actually mad at these people,
Sure.
but it was really funny.
Was I in it?
Yeah, you were.
Okay, fuck.
And you'd be able to watch it, except get this:
Okay.
someone reported it to YouTube, and it was taken down.
Really?
Can you believe that?
That's great.
Did she threaten to kill somebody?
No, not at all.
She
Nothing
should've.
like that.
Vulgar language.
No, I think the worst word she said was like, she's like, and Tom, You bastard. She didn't have that low of a voice. Obviously, I'm just very masculine, and I just have that sort of tone that comes with being a very
Huge.
developed physically. Yeah.
Sure.
And but she said that about someone, but no, nothing like threatening. I think someone just was like offended or didn't know she was joking, and she was like, "Oh, I don't want." It has to be a girl. That's why I said she felt offended.
Sure.
I don't see a dude reporting something to YouTube.
I didn't even know you could do that.
These violate my standards. Yeah, you can. It was taken down.
That's stupid.
How ridiculous is that,
The
right?
world. So there's a topic: increasing regulation everywhere. I read an article yesterday about they're trying to take
I
out.
didn't know you could read.
Yeah, I just learned, and anyway,
You learn to read?
there you go. So they're proposing. No, seriously, they're proposing in Huntington Beach and Los Angeles County and Orange County, parts of Orange County. They're proposing to remove the fire pits along the beach, 800 of them,
Why?
because of the pollution.
Really?
Yeah, and it's over the years it's gotten worse and worse. Initially, it was like you can't drink on the beaches, and it was like, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They don't want people drowning or having fights or whatever.
Yeah.
No drugs, obviously. But then it's like no dogs, no frisbee. You can't play frisbee in certain areas because they were
Why?
hitting people with frisbees. People were stepping on
Hitting people with frisbees.
stepping on people. It's just crazy. And now they're trying to take away the fires, which brings a lot of tourism dollars. So there's this ongoing battle. But I just think it's crazy how everything is like
Do
regulated
the fires
to the max
leave the fire pits?
now. No, they're specially
Because-
built. They're concrete.
Because California is plagued with fires
Wildfires
every year.
Sure. Yeah. This is on the
But
beaches
not,
where
not from there at all is what you're saying.
there's nothing to burn there. I mean, they're not gonna. The sand's not flammable
that we know
that
of.
I know.
Who knows after the BP oil spill?
But
Wow. I did not
increasing
know that.
regulation with everything. So that's what made me think of that.
But give me a break though on that video. It's a funny video. She
Yeah.
calls out people, and it's like, Steve Jones. We had a fling in 9th grade. I guess that means nothing to you on June 1st, my birthday. And stuff
Just
like that,
being, Yeah, just totally, obviously joking, but
Yeah.
someone didn't take it that way.
No. It's ridiculous.
People have always been like that.
Lex asked me today if I did a senior prank in high school, and I didn't. But I was telling her I got searched like 3 times before I went up and actually got my diploma because they thought I was going to do something.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. I can't.
Uh,
wonder
so-
why they were suspicious of.
I was telling her I
LanDan.
wanted the one plan was to get blow up dolls and have people pass those around in the Huntsman Center
yeah.
like people do with beach balls,
Sure.
at
We had
concerts
beach
for
balls
some
at ours.
reason.
We had beach balls.
I know, and that's why I wanted to do like blow up dolls. So I thought that would be
That'd
a lot
be better.
funnier.
Way better.
Yeah. And I thought
That's
about
not funny.
It'd take
I thought about dyeing the swimming pool. We watched a video today of
That's rude.
of somebody who put baby oil on the floor. But did anyone do a senior prank that you remember, Shaq, or what about at your school, Dan? Did anyone do a senior prank that you remember?
No, not the year that I graduated.
No, I
Did
can't.
anyone do
No,
when we did?
we had the volleyball. I think those are everywhere, but we didn't have anything that I can remember that anyone did.
Yeah, Officer Tony. I remember he checked me twice before I went up and grabbed
Like Santa.
my diploma. Yeah, he had a list and he checked me out twice. And he wrote in my yearbook, and it's don't worry
I don't
about
remember
it.
him.
It's cool. You know?
Officer Hill, obviously.
Officer Hill,
Mustache.
yeah. Oh, Hill.
Oh God.
Officer Hill, Ike, Kathy.
Ike. Hey, Ike was on the cover of City Weekly like a month or two ago. Did you know that?
No.
He
I
now
wouldn't-
works at like West High or something like that.
He's the principal. He finally moved up the chain, and they gave him the overall job. But it had to be West. You know, it had to be West if he was going to get that job.
He was awesome. He really was cool. I feel like I got away with a lot more stuff with him. In fact, I for sure did. I think it was
We should see what he
Parker.
makes. Get on Utah's
put-
Right and see what
I
he
put
makes.
I think it was Parker Hackett or somebody on my shoulders. And you know how our high school had windows up high so you
Yeah.
could see?
Yeah.
And he was pretending like he was swimming through the halls. And I talked to Ike about it and I made him laugh about it and I didn't get in trouble.
Oh.
And another time, I washed this shirt today and it made me think about it. I can't remember what I did, but in high school did something. The teachers came running after me and they like got security involved.
Yeah.
I ran into a bathroom. I have this shirt that says just state on it, and one side is dark blue, and if you flip it upside down or like inside out, it's bright orange.
Okay.
And so I went in the bathroom and just flipped that around into a bright orange shirt and walked into another class, and there was nothing. But I
Dodged
remember
it.
there were like teachers.
Why
like,
were they
walking
after you?
around.
There's
I
more to
honestly
this.
can't remember. I can't remember what had happened.
That's convenient.
But I never did anything too crazy. I did give the cops there a tour of the pottery facility when I was drunk one time. And like I was showing them everybody's project and everything. And we had gotten drunk at lunchtime for some dumb reason, and I was just giving the cops a tour of everything, and it was all gravy.
I remember
Had
one.
some good times.
Sure. I actually still have one of my was it a suspension slip or a detention slip? I think it was suspended for
Really?
I was suspended for a few days for like a Friday and a Monday.
What'd you do?
So I was with what's his name? Jordan Brown? Remember Jordan Brown? That's maybe I'm remember his name wrong. He was basically we were in class and they were really it was at this point where they were really cracking down. I don't know if it was senior year or junior year. I think it might have been senior year. No, I think it was junior year actually, because I still have my pickup. Anyway, they started taking off after, or they told us to stop, the hall patrol, one of who was Officer Hill.
You mean one of whom?
Of whom was,
Uh-huh.
and then there was a black guy.
Officer Tony.
Tony, okay, that's Tony. So he
Yeah.
told me, no, it wasn't Officer Hill. So Tony told me to stop.
Officer Tony to you.
I booked it
Okay.
to the west parking lot, northwest, just north of Pottery and a graphic art,
Uh-huh.
auto mechanics. And I jumped in the Datsun, and she started right up to my amazement. And Officer Tony had radioed to Officer Hill apparently, and they just blocked me in.
Really?
They took it really seriously and escorted me into Ike's office, and papers were served.
Wow. I don't think I served one detention in high school. I was issued several,
Yeah.
but I never ended up having to do any.
Oh, detentions I got. Yeah.
And I was never
This
suspended.
was a suspension, I think.
Wow.
From what I remember. I think I still have the paper somewhere. I kept it
Speaking
as a
of
memory.
pottery, there was a teacher there, Mr. Smith. Everyone called him Schmitty.
Yeah.
And at the end of the class period, he would ask what people thought they earned out of 10 points for the day. Did you ever have him?
No, I never took pottery.
Okay. Well, like I would always mess with him. I'd
So
call
every
him
day he
coach
would say
and
it?
stuff.
Every,
Yeah.
every day.
Every day
He
he'd
would
ask what
say-
you thought you earned out of 10 points.
Kind of like an honor
He'd take
system.
like the roll
Yeah.
at the end of class and be like, Landon. And I'd be like, 10. He'd be like, how about 5? And like I still have a clay piece that's just called Schmitty, and it's some dude with sunglasses, like that's been fired in a kiln. I'm awful at making stuff like that, but I still have that little piece.
Yeah.
But he was funny. He was cool.
So
How
he
about five?
he'd give you the chance to see what you thought you were worth.
Yeah,
and
I'd
then
always-
he'd just slap you in the face.
I'd
with
always
what
say
he-
10, and he'd be like,
what you were actually worth.
"Oh, I didn't see anything." Anyway.
Yeah. I had auto mechanics with Kevin Ballou. Do you remember
Oh,
Kevin?
I'm not
Big
auto
old-
mechanically inclined, but I do remember big guy,
Big dude.
blonde hair,
Brown.
long hair.
Blonde brown.
Yeah,
Long.
sandy blonde.
Long hair.
Long
Big
hair.
old mustache and beard combo.
Yes. And speaking of teachers, okay, wait, by the way, the angry reporter bit that we've done,
Yes.
have we already talked about that becoming real life?
Yes.
The guy who did that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, on to the bit.
Okay.
This is a jury fines for Ohio teacher fired while pregnant. A Catholic school teacher who was fired after she became pregnant through artificial insemination was awarded more than $170,000 after winning her anti-discrimination lawsuit against an Ohio archdiocese. A federal fucking jury found that the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Cincinnati discriminated against Krista Diaz by firing her in October 2010. She taught computer classes, apparently. And that was The Angry Reporter, which
Yep.
has become real life. Proud to say.
Yep.
Must be a lot of LanDan listeners. Anyway, without too much ado, this
Is
next
that French?
I think so. This next piece is us calling Karl Malone Toyota as Karl Malone. And we thought we'd do that because Karl Malone's coming back to the Utah Jazz. We'll put a video up of me
Yep.
talking about that.
Yep.
Yep. He helping the big players, and he'll be here. And then after this, we're going to talk to a sports specialist, Dr. Michael Plant, about this a little bit. But anyway, check this out. This just happened a little while ago, and enjoy.
Thank you for calling Karl Malone Toyota. Scion. Who may I direct your call?
Hey, is Andy there?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is Andy Manson there?
He actually is not in today. Can I take a message for him?
Well, you tell him his boss, Karl Malone, just calling. And
Oh, okay.
how y'all doing? Who this?
Huh?
Who is this?
Shalene, the front desk.
Okay, hello, Shalene. How are y'all doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm back in town, and
Oh, good.
I'm looking for Andy. I need a Sequoia.
Okay.
Y'all-
John May's here. Oh, no, John May's not here. Sorry.
Okay, what about you, Shalene? Can y'all get me a Sequoia? I just need to go, and I need a new truck to show up in.
Okay. Let me transfer you over to Jim Clayton. How about that?
Okay, that's fine.
All right. One moment, please.
Okay.
You can even.
Jim?
Sales desk, this is Jim.
Hello, Jim. This here is your boss, Karl Malone. How y'all doing?
Fantastic.
Good, Jim. I was looking for Andy, and apparently he left. Who knows what kind of hours y'all working?
He's got really comfortable hours.
I guess so. That's all right, though, Jim. How are y'all doing in there?
We are doing fantastic.
That's good to
Beautiful
hear.
day here. Pardon me?
It's good to hear. and it is a beautiful day. And I'm back in town, and I need a Sequoia to ride in. Do y'all have some Sequoias in stock right now?
Now, who exactly is this?
This here is Karl Malone. Y'all may have heard my name.
Well, sure. Yeah, sure, Carl. Well, you own the place, so you can most certainly have anything you'd like.
That's what I figured. I need a 2013 Toyota Sequoia, and I'm going to a movie premiere. Have you ever been down to the Broadway? It's one of my wife's favorite. Those hippies, those independent.
One of
film
your wives?
places.
How many wives do you have?
Well, y'all know I only have one wife. I'm saying it's my wife's is one of her favorite places. Is a Broadway downtown. And
This is beautiful.
and I'm riding around in a 2012, and I don't like it at all. I need a 2013 Toyota Sequoia.
So how did you get into town this time,
I
Carl?
feel old enough already. I don't need a 2012. Karl Malone need a next year car to show up there at the movie premiere. And I came in town, the plane. What do you mean, how did Karl Malone come in town? Karl Malone in town already. You know how it is, Jim.
I most certainly does.
Well,
So how soon are you gonna be here, and I'll have this thing pulled around front for you.
I'll be there about 8:45. I know y'all close at 9.
Oh no, we stay open as late as we need.
Well, I respect
10,
that.
11, 12.
Well, good.
Karl
I'm gonna be
Malone's
there.
in town.
I'm gonna be there at midnight 30 then. No,
okay,
I'm
this would be
just kidding, Jim. I'll still be there in about an hour.
okay. So you'll be here within the hour.
I'll be there within an hour, not the hour, but probably an. Karl Malone still respect the conjunctions with an, but probably not the hour.
Okay, perfect. Not a problem. We'll have. And what color did you want this week?
Y'all have a gray?
We do have. That's different. That's never been your choice. What's going
No.
on?
Well, the wife is trying this movie here, and she wants a gray car. It's some sort of film noir, and they do a lot of black and white and gray colors in the film. And so she says, "Hey, Carl, y'all need a gray car." And I said, "Beloved wife, that's all right then." So I'll be there soon, Jim. I'll see you later, all right?
All right. We'll be waiting for you, sir.
All right, thank you much. I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
32 out.
Son, what's good? You're here on the LanDan Show. Thank you.
We're live on the LanDan Show right now.
We're live right now. I just introduced you, sports analyst Dr. Michael Plant. And I don't know if your colleague, Associate Professor PVD, is there as well.
She actually is sitting right next to me, Professor PVD.
Hey, PVD, what's good?
What's up, Lando? How you been?
Hey, I've been good. I haven't been seeing you, though. I've been wondering how you're doing, though.
I've been out of town every other weekend, but I'm in town now. Good hearing from you.
Hey, it's good to hear from you. And you know who we have in the studio tonight? I don't know if you guys are going to believe it or not.
Who we got?
Karl Malone is here.
Okay.
Number 32 himself.
Back in Utah.
Yup. And let Karl Malone just say this. Karl Malone already in town, 2 or 3 times a month. But now I'm here more. I'm probably going to be here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 32 times a month. If it needs to be 32 times a month, Karl Malone going to be here.
All right. Good, Carl. Good hearing from you. Congratulations. Are you excited about your new job with the big men?
Well, of course, Karl Malone proud. It's been said already that since Karl Malone left, ain't no more power forwards, just forwards, in the game. But, Karl Malone proud to be here. Right now it's just part-time. But Karl Malone gonna try to push that elbow in and see if he gonna be here a little longer, a little more than part time because Karl Malone's still rich, but he bored. And you know,
All right.
Karl Malone
So
can.
how's everything going at the dealerships, Carl?
Well, funny y'all should say that because I just called them and I told them I need a 2013 Toyota Sequoia, and they obliged. And y'all gonna hear it in the podcast. Y'all gonna hear it. Make sure to listen to the whole show. I know y'all fans. And speaking of fans, whenever I go into that store with the 2 Z's, I say I ain't paying for nothing. I want some Karl Malone jerseys and hats.
All right, we got to get a couple of those signed. Come on now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, come on
oh,
down
Stevie.
to the studio. Karl Malone a country boy, but I ain't afraid to sign no jerseys. Or I know y'all got some throwbacks that Karl Malone won't mind putting a Sharpie on.
All right, Carl. Oh, that's awesome. We're coming on down.
Yep.
And we thank you, Karl, for coming on today. What do you guys have any questions? I know there are lots of questions. Dan or Shaq, or what about you, Dr. Plant and Professor PVD? Any questions you guys have for Karl while he's here? He only grants 32 minutes of press time at a time. So he's just here for a short while, but if you guys any other questions you guys have?
Are you any new workout videos coming out anytime soon, Carl?
Yep, I got. Well, Karl Malone know y'all like to watch the YouTube, and Karl Malone got a channel coming up. It's called CarlTube, and my workout video be 32 minutes, and I still wear the long socks, and the short shorts when we had the throwback jerseys, and Karl Malone had the first workout video. Y'all seen Karl Malone do the leg press, almost busted the motherfucker just doing the legs. And, here's the thing. Karl Malone been doing Insanity and CrossFit put together before either of them shits was made up. Karl Malone been doing it.
Carl, how was it to have the Hall of Fame induction? That's pretty big news in the last couple of years. How did that feel?
Well, it was
They didn't
great.
get your suit size right, though.
No, they made it too small. Karl Malone big as a motherfucker. You already know. And, I was nearly busting out my seams. But it's all right, though. As I said in my induction into the MVP, it ain't always about Karl Malone. It's been an honor playing with other players and, Larry Sloan and all of them. And all y'all, and Karl Malone, remember his first year here, y'all threw a parade for me. It was at the end of July, and y'all threw a parade, and I was just deeply, I just knew how it was.
Well, we're glad to have you back, Carl.
Well, Karl Malone, glad to be back. Hey, what's good with y'all over there? What are y'all doing?
Well, just a little, we're just representing HMS Studios over here.
Okay, yup.
So, right now, we're just been doing a little construction on Pete's spot.
Okay, then.
Yeah, just kind of watching this NBA Finals game.
Yeah, who y'all betting on?
Looks like Miami's got it. Miami's got it in the bag, looking like, but you never know.
No, you never know.
They need some Carl time. They need some mailman.
Well, Karl Malone already told y'all, ain't no mail been delivered since I've been gone. And when I come back, I've been the mailman all these years. I'm about to be the Postmaster General when I come back to the Utah Jazz.
Carl, do you think that in your prime you could have guarded LeBron James?
Oh, come on, son. Y'all know Karl Malone see these kids, and, he see a lot of spunk and a lot of attitude. Karl Malone see Kobe out there. he feuding with his mama out there in court. They fighting over jerseys. Karl Malone give his mama a jersey for free. You know, ain't none of this legal battles. You know, we get along. We both from the country, and I don't know if Karl Malone mama's still alive, but if she is, we still get along. And if she ain't, she was beautiful up until the very day she died. And Karl Malone could take him. Y'all seen Karl Malone go up with the knee every time and pull the foul. You know, they don't have that no more. And yeah, I seen him jump from the foul line. That ain't nothing new. I seen people do it. It's no big deal. You know, and just stalking them along, motherfuckers. That's pretty much all Karl Malone had to say. They ain't no Bosh to LeBron. You know, they ain't no Kobe to whoever else is on their team. You know, because they ain't team players. You know, the Postal Service is made up of many employees. And, you know, I'm just a mailman. But with LeBron, they ain't team players. With Kobe, ain't no team players. They just solo. You know how it is?
I know. We're speechless.
Yup. It makes me, you know, remember when Karl Malone got in the ring with Dennis Rodman the Worm. And, you know, we both solo there. But out on the court, we team player. Me and Stockton. And then the Worm and MJ, you know?
I know. I'll tell you. Yes, sir.
Yup.
Yeah, that dream team.
Yeah. Hey, how many times LeBron played with the Olympics?
I think like 4.
Well, how many times Karl Malone play?
I think like 4.
I think like way more. Hey, and the point is, no, Karl Malone didn't get rings from playing with the Jazz. But Karl Malone went to the jeweler and had them made, motherfuckers. If Karl Malone don't get rings, Karl Malone already said this, but if Karl Malone don't get rings, you know, from the Jazz, then he going to the jeweler. Just have it delivered.
Love it.
What's y'all opinions on the league right now? And what do y'all think, you know, Karl Malone can do to help the Jazz?
Well, you got to get in there with our big guys, Canner there, and Favors, and show them how you used to do it. That's it. If they got that, you'll be good to go. Got to teach those guys not to be soft, and got to teach them some post moves.
Oh, for sure. Post. Up in the post old service. That's what Karl Malone do. And I got to tell him to bring up the knee. Y'all remember the Karl Malone knee? He get the foul every time.
And the hand behind the head.
Yup. Hey, and then after the game, Karl Malone hand behind the head too. And sometimes on the back of somebody else's head. Yup, Karl Malone. Yup, go down on Karl Malone. Hello.
Oh, too good. Carl, those Skechers commercials, did they give you a lot of money for those?
Well, now, in most people's opinions, and Karl Malone just say opinions. Karl Malone don't like to say opinions. That sounds too white people-y. Karl Malone just say opinion. He from the country. Karl Malone, you know, schedule money ain't no big money. You know, Karl Malone get more money getting reruns off the people watching the Jazz and the Bulls, you know, on cable. Karl Malone get royalties. Karl Malone have car dealerships stocking them alone. You already know it's like a layup with cars.
those Skechers, they got lots of skaters.
Well, Karl Malone don't know about that. You know, and Karl Malone don't like this Kardashian, you know, wearing the Skechers shape-ups. You know, Karl Malone thinks she need to shape up right now. She look pregnant but still huge. You know, maybe she need to wear them right now. And I think it's true. Y'all don't have to gain more than 20 pounds when you're pregnant. And this bitch is going crazy on the calories, and Karl Malone don't understand.
All right.
Y'all don't have no comment? Are
Oh.
y'all kept up with the Kardashians?
I keep up, man.
Yeah.
Professor Van Dyke's got a crush on which one?
Courtney.
No, that girl coming up. The one coming up, that Kendall.
Kendall the dude, ain't he?
Kendall Jenner.
He the Olympian from the 80s.
No, his daughter.
Oh, you talking about Bruce?
Bruce.
Bruce.
You know Professor PVD doesn't swinging with no Bruce.
No, I know the professor ain't down with no Bruces. Anyway, it's been 32 minutes with Karl Malone, so Karl Malone out. And I want to thank y'all, both the professors and the Dr. Plant and Professor PVD, a PhD right here. Kanye already said it with the PhD. I ain't going to get dirty on y'all, but y'all already know what Kanye said about the PhD. The same is true with Karl Malone. And that's it. And I'll see you at the Delta Center. Karl Malone don't call it the Energy Solutions Arena. Karl Malone call it the Delta Center still.
All right. It was nice to hear from you already, Carl. Appreciate it.
All right, Dan. We talk to y'all later.
All right, come on.
All right, Dan.
Well, thank you, Karl, for joining us for that segment. We don't do a lot of sports, but since Karl Malone came back, we thought it'd be good to have him back in the show, and that was fun.
Yeah, we should. I think we were gonna have a phone interview with him next week as well.
Is he going to call in next
week?
week?
It's kind of planned.
Oh, good.
So
good. It's good to hear. Well, speaking of phone interviews, we're going to make a little call to author, former rapper Dave Guyman, who has written the book "If You Can't Fail, It Doesn't Count." You can find this book on Amazon, both for Kindle and in paperback. And we'll talk to him for a little bit more of backstory and things like that. But basically, a guy we went to high school with and later I got to know at college at Utah State. Go Aggies. Brett! Et cetera, et cetera. So let's call Guyman. Guyman, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing, LanDan?
I'm doing well.
Awesome. I'm
Thank-
excited to be on your show tonight.
Hey, I am glad that you could come on. We just gave a short introduction to you. I was just saying that people can find your book, If You Can't Fail, It Doesn't Count, on Amazon. You can get both the paperback and the Kindle editions.
Yes, sir.
But I was saying we need a little backstory on you and how this book came about. So, take your time and tell us a little bit about you and about your book, if you wouldn't mind. And thank you again for coming on.
Yeah. Well, the book was very organic. It came while I was contemplating my career. Actually, I was an elementary school teacher and really loved connecting with kids, but wasn't sure if I was doing what I wanted to be doing the rest of my life. And really started wondering what things I would personally like to do, what things I'd have on my bucket list, and why I hadn't done them yet. And it all came down to I hadn't done them yet because I was afraid of either failing and being able to get my hands on whatever it was, get my feet wet, or because I was afraid that whatever it was might not work. And so I started doing some research, started reading a few different books about perseverance and about those who've overcome major obstacles, and came to this conclusion or discovering this principle that if you're doing something that you cannot possibly fail at, then it either means that someone's already done that or it's not worth doing in the first place. So when you're trying to find something worthwhile to do, a new challenge or a new path in life, you want to make sure that it always offers the opportunity to fail, because that just means that what you're doing is definitely worthwhile, and it's just going to test your character.
So tell me, Guyman, because I have known you as a man with many paths. You're, and I mean it in a really nice way. Honestly, you're very
Yeah.
driven, and you know, did a rapper, was that on your bucket list? First of all,
Becoming a rapper back in college wasn't on my bucket list, but came about when I lived in Logan. I worked at a clothing boutique. It was a consignment store, I guess, that we would host evening concerts at. And an MC for a band showed up early, and we just started playing around freestyle rapping together, and I found out I was actually pretty good at it. So that was actually coincidental.
I like that. Not only did I buy some clothes from there, but I saw you perform twice up there. And I'm not kidding. You are a man of many paths. I knew you to, change you from time to time. It seemed like, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but every maybe 8 months or so, your major was different and your interests would change, but you're very gung ho in each of those.
Yeah, I think that's kind of been the story of my life. Finding something I'm interested in, diving in head first, learning the ins and outs of it until I get distracted by something new.
And speaking of something new, Guyman, you were just saying you had been teaching, and honestly, kudos to you. That's very cool that you were doing that, especially enduring living up in Idaho. But tell me about your new job. I saw you post something recently about a new endeavor. What's that all about?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty exciting because I do live in Idaho, which is not very compassionate towards education or educators. And this past year, I've become quite proficient in educational technology, which led to a job offer to teach for the virtual academy that we have in Idaho. And a virtual academy basically is an alternative. It's a public alternative to brick and mortar classroom learning. Students that still want to pursue public education, but they want to do it online from home for whatever reason they may have. I am not just a middle school teacher now. I'm the middle school. So I'll be responsible for 6th, 7th, and 8th graders in Idaho this next year.
So does your sort of teaching method change for delivering, information online, or how does that work exactly? Because I think I've taken maybe one online class, but I never have taken a lot.
Yeah, it's going to be totally different. Nothing that I learned in my undergraduate program is going to have prepared me for online teaching. It's a trend in education that's really taken off over the last 5 years or so, and is exponentially growing more popular each year. The biggest challenge is going to be creating a culture among my students without having that FaceTime that you would have seeing your students for 7-8 hours every single day. And so as far as the teaching style, you're going to have to be very creative because these kids may be in this program because they're either terminally ill, perhaps they have a lifestyle where their schedule doesn't allow them to go to school, perhaps they're just accelerated learners or a little bit behind and want to go at more of a self-paced program. And so each student's story is going to be very different, and I have to figure out a way to mesh all of those together so that we still have that feel of a classroom family.
So are you saying that there are some terminally ill people, maybe some people from Make-A-Wish Foundation, and their wish is to take your class, basically?
That's exactly what I was saying, actually. So
forget Disneyland. I want to take Guyman's class.
Yep. Yeah. So the options were either going to Disneyland with Mila Kunis or taking my class as a 7th grader.
That's
I
awesome.
think they made a great decision in taking my class.
Oh, definitely. And
Yeah.
as an added bonus, would you rap for them?
For Mila Kunis or my students?
The Make-A-Wish students. Or
Yeah.
for Mila Kunis, really.
Yeah, I could even rap digitally over Instant Messenger.
Can you give us a little something about the LanDan Show right now?
Oh, for the LanDan Show right now?
Yeah.
All right. It's been a while because, as I told you, I pick up something, I get into it, and then I move on. So you're asking a lot of me right now.
That's true. I mean, if you wish to blow the proverbial dust off and maybe just give us a couple bars, I think people would like it.
All right. As long as I don't get any hateful tweets on my Twitter account, I think we can do it.
No hate tweets, guys.
All right.
No hate tweets. But
No hate
where
tweets.
can we tweet you on Twitter?
At Dave Guyman.
At Dave Guyman, and that's GUYMON, by the way, guys.
Yes.
No, we have a very warm audience. I think it'll be received well.
All right. I hope your mom likes this. Here we go. Make a flow, you know that my mind's gonna blow off the dome, just like a geranium blowing up off the top like a cranium. Oh my gosh,
Cutting out there, Dave.
off the lip. You know I don't stutter. My rhyme skills, they're always smooth like butter. How's that?
That was good. I'm not gonna lie, it cut out a little bit, Guyman. Your phone
Good.
cut out a little bit.
Good, because I messed up. You know, I'm a dad now.
You don't want to say the N-word on the radio. I understand that.
Yeah. I'm
No.
a dad.
I know, and
in my late.
congratulations, by the way, Guyman.
Thank you. Yeah, father of a little 1.5-year-old girl, just about.
What's your daughter's Twitter handle?
My daughter's Twitter handle.
Yeah, what is she?
It's Harper Steely Green.
All right.
No, not really, but she has sent out her first tweet. She stole my wife's phone.
No
and
way.
Somehow figured out how to log on to Twitter, type some mumbo jumbo up there, and send it out. I was very impressed. I'm proud because she's a digital native, and she's going to be teaching people how to harness the power of technology.
That is awesome. What do you want her to do?
I want her to figure out what makes her happy and to do that as much as possible.
And not
while also being valedictorian, going to an Ivy League school, and never failing.
Absolutely. Well, she's got to fail a little bit, right?
Yes. She actually got her first bloody nose today.
Uh-oh. Are you hitting her already?
Yeah, she talked back to me, and I flicked her right in the face.
Gotta teach him young.
Fucking skanks.
Which, for the record, in case there is anyone from Child Family Services, she fell on her sippy cup.
Uh-oh.
That's the story, huh?
I was in the other room. I have a solid alibi.
Fell on her
awesome.
sippy cup trick.
Well, what else is going on, Guyman?
My house is up for sale right now.
Yeah, so if you're in the Idaho area, I understand that you listed it, and almost as soon as you put it up, you've had some prospective buyers.
We listed it last Tuesday, and we've had a walkthrough or two every day since then, barring the Sabbath, because, of course, everyone was at their family.
Right. Well, naturally.
Obviously.
What are you gonna do? Have people over on Sundays?
It's a sin to buy a house on a Sunday.
How do you like Idaho?
Oh, man, it's great. Our sports teams are fantastic. I really like the beach. Our weather's consistent. Idaho is a place that you might skip over if you were going to Las Vegas or California, and I would encourage you to do that.
Well, I've got some cousins in Boise and Idaho Fall. It's not all that bad. It's like a mini Salt Lake. It's like the Salt Lake Community College of Utah, sort of.
If
I mean,
you
it's
took,
a lot like Utah, but it's what
If
would you say?
I was gonna say, if you take Salt Lake and you do away with downtown.
Oh, I thought you were going to say
out-
Down syndrome people.
No, you take away downtown. You get rid of the public transportation, and you add. Let's see, you add a few skinheads
Minorities? Oh,
and some farmers. Then you would have a pretty good rendition of Idaho.
Well, I wish the best of luck to you, Guyman. My phone's going to die. I don't know if you guys heard that. Doo-doo-doo. Could you hear that on the phone, Guyman, or is that just me?
No, it was just you.
Well, if we get disconnected, I just want to say really quick, everybody, go get his book. It's called If You Can't Fail, It Doesn't Count.
And on Kindle, it's $4.99.
$4.99. And when purchased on Amazon, you save $8. You can also get it in paperback. So go check it out, guys. Dave Guyman, very cool to have you on. Very interesting guy. Thank you very much for coming on the LanDan Show. You can tweet him at Dave Guyman, Guymon. You can tweet us at LanDan Show, LanDan Show.
We'll also have a link to his book on our website as well.
Yes, we will. Any other last words, Guyman?
I appreciate you keeping your language clean.
Hey, absolutely. We've got 57,000 listeners, Guyman. We got to clean it up a little bit for them.
Excellent. I look forward to my 57,000 new book purchases.
All right. That's right. So each one of you, go check out his book. He's a really cool guy. And thanks again for joining us, Guyman. You have a great night.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Well, that was Guyman, and like we said, go check him out on Amazon and or Twitter, and check us out, Facebook.com/The LanDan Show, Twitter also LanDan Show. Thank you, Karl Malone, for coming on. We will put a link to a video of him and also a link to Guyman's new book. Also, I'd like to say thank you to the North Face, In Your Face, Patagonia.
Yep. In your face!
Thank you, North Face, for sponsoring this program. And check out their website for their deals. I believe they're offering a free shipping on orders over 100. I think. Just check it out and make sure. They've always got some cool deals. And get something for Father's Day. That's coming up. Go to thenorthface.com. Go to landanshow.com. And give the gift of our podcast to your dad or just anyone. Tell a friend, like, comment, and review this podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Shaq, for coming in today. Thank you, Dan.
You're welcome.
And we had a good show.
It was a great show.
It was great.
It was great.
It felt great.
We will definitely talk to you soon.
We'll do it again. We'll see you next week, guys. LanDanShow.com. Check us out. And basically,
Shaq, you got anything to say on this podcast?
and we'll be back next
We're
week.
good.
And regular time. Anything else you want to add, Shaq?
No, thanks
All right,
for
so
having me.
we'll
Yeah.
we'll see you guys next week.
Even when I come, they say that I'm a clown, making too much dirty sound. They say there is no place for little monkey in this town. Nobody like to be in my place instead of